Drivers, start your reading. Motor Sim Racing Magazine is the first and only magazine dedicated to sim racing. Every month we'll be covering the hot topics around the world of sim racing. So if you're looking to be in the know, go to www.motorsimsracing.com. You will find articles from your favorite drivers, leagues, and other prominent people in the sim racing community. Want an update of your favorite league? We got it. Want to learn the basics on finding a perfect league for you? We got it. Want to know more about how leagues are run? We got it. So remember, when you want to know what's going on in the sim racing world, go to www.motorsimracing.com.
Have you ever wanted to drive a real race car on a famous NASCAR track? The staff at Stock Car Racing Experience will suit you up, teach you what you need to know, and put you behind the wheel of a 160-mile-per-hour stock car on NASCAR's famous Pocono Raceway.
That was great. I enjoyed it. Unbelievable.
It's that unique, one-of-a-kind experience you'll never forget.
It was definitely worth it.
The second time I did it, and I'm still shaking.
Call or register online at 877stockcar.com for a heart-pounding, once-in-a-lifetime experience. You won't forget it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here tonight. We are live, Bristol, Tennessee here for the last great Coliseum of racing here for the Racing Freaks. Live here, Joe White, the OSR Network booth. I'm accompanied by John T. with us. John, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Joe, we're doing great, buddy. Had a good day of racing so far for me today, and looking forward to watching these guys get around Bristol.
Heck yeah, man, and I'll tell you what, they're about to blast around this track because, man, this is the little Coliseum. This place here definitely brings out the best in you and the worst.
Yeah, it definitely does. It's just carrying so much speed here. You turn laps, 14, 15 seconds. So much can happen in a very short amount of time, and these cars, man, they can get a little squirrely with you once your tires wear out there. So it just, if anything, just gets on your nerves a little bit because you're gonna get hit. If you come out here without any damage, you've either done something or you parked it before the first lap.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, we're here live, RacinFreeks Sim Racing, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience, folks. I'll tell you what, if you're in the Pocono, Pennsylvania area, check those guys out. If you really want to feel like it's what it's like to drive one of these things for real, go check those guys out because it's a heck of an experience up there in Pocono, Pennsylvania. Those guys are great. The title sponsor here for the Racing Freaks. We're live here at Bristol. We got 170 laps here tonight, folks. We're amidst qualifying right now. We're in qualifying, aren't we?
Yeah, just started.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, my bad. With the ticker I got here, I know you had the other look on it. But right now, I tell you, these guys out here, they're it's going to be a feeling out process, so to speak.
Yeah, it definitely is. But right now, qualifying, you see a couple of these guys really picked it up from practice. Zach Hall in the 32 ran a 14.475 in practice. He's got on the pole for right now with a 14.329. I believe that's going to be real hard to beat. Nick Crawford ran a 5.48 practice and a 4.43 in qualifying. So some of these guys stepped it up here. We could keep going through the field, but some guys have run faster here in qualifying. So we'll see how it shakes out by the time we get done.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, right here, 170 laps of this place will definitely be nerve-wracking for, not only us up here to call, but for each and every one of them drivers out there. Those guys, man, they're by the time they're done with this place, it's like, that's about the only word I can use. So I want to appreciate the viewers out there, man, as always. We're here live tonight, Bristol, Tennessee here. Bristol Motor Speedway, 170 laps, RacinFreeks Sim Racing League, the Cup car, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience. And these guys, man, right now, like I said, Zach Hall, man, up front, you got Nick Crawford there behind him, Mark Whitley, and got a couple newcomers out here, John Mustaine and Edward Burrell.
Yeah, it's good to see. The car count here has been a little low, but they put on really good, great quality races here. But they've been looking to get that car count up, and they're doing that, and guys are taking notice of this league now. So starting to get more people in here, more interest, and that's great to see.
Absolutely. Robert does a tremendous job here, man. John, man, we get up here and we love analyzing the heck out of this place and analyzing any of the races because it's been a heck of a season so far. Stage racing is another thing here, and tonight's no different. Right now, just kind of give you a heads up, me a heads up, and all the viewers a heads up. What we're looking for is lap 57. That's our first stage right there. Second stage, 114. Third stage, obviously 170, which that's the main key one right there. That wins you the race and everything, personal. So, also got a bit of stats here for you, John. Top 5 in points as of right now. I know it's really, really early to be talking about points because, hey, we've got until November here. So, got a long season ahead of us before we even talk about the chase that they've got here or anything. But right now, top 5 points. Brian Johnson, first in points. Tyler Conroy, Zach Hall, James Hackworth, and Cedric Hunter. That rounds out your top 5 right there.
Yeah, those are some great drivers right there. Always find their way up front. But, November's a long way away, man. We're going to have this stuff sorted out with North Korea before then. So we'll be done with that and still be racing here.
That's a good analogy, man. I like that.
I'm full of fancy, witty things.
There you go. Hey, nothing wrong with that. That's what we're built on here. That's what we want. Witty, fancy, witty. I like that. Fancy, witty stuff.
All right, qualifying came to an end.
Well, I'll tell you what, that is fast, and that's the biggest thing here with the qualifying at this order here. So while they're gridding up, we'll go ahead and go it down to a gridding order here so far. Tonight's man sitting it on pole, Zach Hall right there. Nick Crawford in second. Tom Drilling, I hope I said that right. Did I say it right, John?
I think so.
Okay, he's sitting in third. We'll roll with that. Mark Whitley in fourth. Jeff Gilmore in fifth. Eugene Wilkinson sitting in sixth. Brandon Mullen in seventh. Brian Johnson right there sitting in eighth. Tyler Conroy in ninth. Edward Burrell, that's the newcomer right there, rounds at the top 10. And so we kind of scroll through the rest of this field here, John, as always. I like to say star-studded because, man, anytime, especially at this track, anything can happen. I mean, every corner, it's not safe. You know, and I know here, man, look, the leader, just because you might have a big lead here, does not mean that you're safe, because what's that old saying? Like, disaster lurks around every corner.
Oh, it definitely does, especially, you know, obviously once you get in lap traffic here, that happens very fast here. So get out of here. You won't have a whole lot of cars on the lead lap. You know, we get some long green flag runs here, so hopefully we'll see that. But yeah, and every lap here is quite an experience, and sometimes you get around here so much under a long green flag, you start feeling a little dizzy.
Well, you know, they had a meme today that said, "How does it feel like to go around Bristol?" And it had a guy, man, he was just like taking his head, going around in circles, like. So I guess, hey, it's pretty good that you brought that up. So I just had to think about that.
Is it a meme or a meme?
A meme. That's right. Meme. Okay. Yeah, I know. All right.
That's your channel. You say it however you want.
Man, you always say that, man. Lord of mercy. See what I got to put up with people?
Facts are facts.
I know it's terrible, isn't it? What's going on, Timothy? How you doing out there? Tom Freeman, what's happening? And Tina Seeley. We know Tina is. That's the PR person out here for old Bob Skinner. And, you know, I like saying Bob Skinner because he reminds me of the rock star. He does, man. It's just got a cool last name, man. That's a cool last name. Well, let's hit that pace car. I think they do 2 laps here in the caution here.
They do.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, most of them.
I think Bob Skinner elected to start in the back there, so he's just trying to stay out of trouble. We'll see how that works out for him.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, here tonight, folks, we're looking at 170 laps of pure adrenaline and excitement here at Bristol because, hey, OSR Networks, we're going to call this the Bristol Week because we got Bristol tonight, we got Bristol Monday, and we got Bristol on Wednesday. So we're here for, instead of Daytona week, speed weeks, we're here for the short speed week. How that?
Yeah, I love short track racing, though. Looking forward to tomorrow night's race at Michigan, though. I'm going to be in. That should be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Tomorrow night, the big one. As pace cars in here, John, we're about to send these machines, monster machines, I call them, sailing. And right there, Zach Hall does, heading off in turn ones. We see them fly past the things. Man, look at these guys. They're already fanning out in the front side right there. But in the back here, they're 2x2. They're going high. They're going in low. That's another thing we didn't get a chance to really talk a lot about. This is almost like a one groove style track. That high side is the best way around here, from my understanding.
Yeah, it really is. You can run the high side. You can get down on the bottom there, but you're not going to keep up a lot of momentum that way. So you'll see these guys right now get all the way up there in that high line, and that's really the preferred way around.
Absolutely. We'll get a shot here of the walls. And folks, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to try to keep up with a lot of this action. John's going to help me out as best he can here because this track is so small. Everybody's out here fanned out so much. And right now I'm watching, riding along with Edward Burrell. Notice he got the wall just a little bit right there. He's got the Canada Dry machine. And hopefully, man, he don't need a bunch of Canada Dry when this thing is over with. He might, who knows. But right now, boy, they're in a dogfight back there where they are. And suit side by side. He is with the, looks like it's the 4, is that the 24 machine? Yeah, it's 24.95 right back there.
Yeah, he just had his hands full right there, and that's the thing about this car. If you come off of here and you're a little loose and all over the track, it takes you the whole front straight there to try to get it straightened out.
Well, absolutely. I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of excitement going on here. Oh, we got a car hard on the wall. Trying to see who that was because I saw it live, but I didn't catch the number. 95 machine, that's right. John LeBombard. LeBombard? Is that what we used to say?
La 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 Bombard.
Yeah, la 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 Bombard. It looks like the Eugene got checked up just a little bit there. And you know, John, that's the thing. Things happen so fast here. Next thing you know, boom, nowhere to go, and that's what it looks like. The 17 bumped the wall a little bit, or he's 95's down low. Just watching this replay here, just to kind of see what might have happened to him. Liv Moss, he's got the Reese's on there, and he just lost it coming out of the turn. Oh man, I hate to see that. Well, normally we would talk to a lot of drivers tonight, but short track, by the time I get done letting all the viewers out there see the replays and all, I just opted to say, well, we'll talk to the last three at the end of this one. Because you know how, man, action here is so fast. Now, John, I've run this track before. You said you ran a little bit earlier. What does the new build feel like on this on Bristol now?
In my opinion, it's extremely tight. You know, and that's the thing about it. As the run progresses, it doesn't really get loose. You're going to see guys like what we just saw at the 95 right there. The reason that you can spin out, and we're going to see that, especially, you know, coming out of 4 and off of 2, if you've got the wheel in really turned and you're into the gas too early, you're going to make that thing, you know, kind of break loose. The right rear is going to break its traction and get the rear end out. But most of the time you can catch it if you just stay in it and straighten your wheel back. So the thing that actually hurts you is to lift once that thing gets a little sideways, because then you're going to go spinning, and most of the time on the front stretch here you're going to spin and stay up on the track.
Okay, well, there you go, folks. I haven't had a chance to run this track with the new build. I ran it when it was the old you know, build with the cup car, and so it's totally different. I do know the track in general, the high side is the preferred line from my understanding, and from what we're seeing here is that outside's the preferred line. A lot of these guys are choosing to go to it, but I'm gonna tell you, you can lose it coming off these turns easily if you don't watch it.
Yeah, you really can. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, even if you're trying to push it, even in the beginning, and like I said, I went out and turned some laps. It was about the same track temp. These guys are running right now, ambient 75, track is 75 degrees, so it was about the same when I ran it, and I ran it that way on purpose hard to see where you could lose that, what it feels like. And coming off, you really can if you got a lot of wheel input. But like I said, when I stay in it and straighten the car up, it would just grab traction back and keep going. Anytime you lift, you just keep spinning. There's nothing you can do about it.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, Tim, I did good today. Had a great day today, and John had a great day. He did some racing today, so we're about to get set here to go back green flag racing here. Right now, Zach Hall, the man out front. Brian Johnson right there beside him. Nick Crawford, like old Robert A. Moyer. He's up there in that Tide Pod machine looking like he's going to be able to do something tonight. He's hoping he can. If he stays out of trouble, there we go. Green flag in the air. And tell you what, Zach Hall did not get going like he wanted to, like he spun those tires a little bit. And, man, they are stacked up too deep all the way behind him.
He did. He got that 4 Crawford and Brian Johnson at 28 right there. Coming up there here in the 77 of Whitley. So these guys breathing down his neck right here. So if he slips up at all, they're going to be there to take that position away.
Yeah, he is right now, man. Robert A. Moyer, he's in a dogfight. He's got a bunch of angry mugs right there around him. Tom Drilling, I'm going to say it's Drilling. I can't remember how he told us to pronounce that, but right now he's doing very good on the outside right there. Robert's just caught down the inside, and these guys, man, look at these. They are fighting tooth and nail already, and it's just lap 15 of 170.
Yeah, now the 77 goes around to 32 there, and they're on the inside. But Oh, we got a caution on the track.
Oh, that's the 21 too. Boy, he got hit, and that's another thing we ain't got to talk too much about is the fact of, and that's while we're watching this caution, that's Cameron Bonner. Another thing we haven't gotten to talk much about is the fact of cautions here when a car spins. This track I don't think is a self-washing track too much.
Yeah, it's really not. Being on that it's concrete, pretty much offers a lot. I guess I'm trying to figure out how to word this. Really, it keeps the car on the track there. It just sits there and spins so much. I mean, the whole reason they do it is because the torque of the cars, it tears the track up if it were to be asphalt. So it takes care of the racing surface, but it allows the car to just sit there and spin a lot more than it would allow grip and traction to get it down out of the way.
Yeah, it would. Well, the bad thing is now the 21 did right. Oh, and the number 2, boy, slammed hard into it. The number 21 did what he needed to do. Unfortunately, I don't know why he wouldn't have towed back, but he stayed where he needed to stay. The problem is where he stayed at was in the middle of the track and waited till everybody got around. I don't know why. It just seems like everybody still was coming at full speed, unfortunately, and hit him. So I don't like getting into the speculation of it, but
it's just hard to make yourself slow down here when you got guys behind you,
right?
Because you don't want to get ran over. A caution's out, and you need to lift, but are the guys behind you going to lift?
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, that's a good analogy of it then. Yeah, because I was just looking at 21. From what I saw, I mean, he was doing the right thing. He did not move whatsoever, and that's because that's one of the rules here, John, in iRacing. You always got that one guy, man. As soon as he spins, he stops right there, and the next thing you know, he wants to turn the car around in the middle of the track, and then here you coming, or whoever's coming, and you run right into him. We always said, hold our brakes or whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just that's a good way to make yourself have a long day and ruin somebody else's there. Is just trying to get it straightened back out. Best you can do is just hold on to it, lock it down, let the guys get around you and try again. So you got a long way to go. So if something happens, you can make it up here. But the one thing I wanted to point out also, though, with these cars, and it's really almost any car, at Bristol, you can kind of diamond the corner off, and you'll see guys try to make a pass that way. They'll follow them up the track, and just like that 4 did, and the 77 did to the 32, coming off, they went down to the inside. You can get a huge run that way, as long as you've got the grip.
Well, I was noticing, and now that you brought that up, I was noticing because it did look like those guys kind of looked like they was doing a snake effect, going into the turn and going up high, then coming out of the turn. So, yeah, you're right. It does look like they're diamonding out of these turns. But right now, folks, we got a heck of a race going on tonight here. Bristol International Speedway, or Bristol Speedway, the RacinFreeks Sim Racing League, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience, folks, in Pocono, Pennsylvania. I tell you what, right now, we're about to get set to go back green flag racing, lap 21 of 170 here. Going to be very, very awesome as we're 2x2 stacked up, about to ready to get going green. And I have no clue what my wife's in here doing. She's in here dancing, John, for some reason.
Maybe she won some money.
No, she's showing me some necklaces.
That's nothing to be excited about.
That's right.
Oh. All right. Oh, cool. All right. We're about to go back green flag, and she was showing me her necklaces. But, boy, they got stacked up hard and got hit in the rear, too. The 06 did right there. Man, that start was not a good start.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't there. It was just trying to hold everybody back just a little bit, it seemed like, but didn't work out in the 77. He just shot out front here. Got the 4 behind him, the 67 of John Mustang Jr. there in third. Bob Skinner's worked his way up to 4th from the back.
Yeah, it is. Well, I'm going to tell you what, John, what I'm noticing right now is these guys, man, are they're either tight, loose, or they're ill handling and just having a fit because they are slamming the wall very, very hard. These cars right now seem like they're like ill handling cars. And, man, we're under caution again, a hard wreck. But what I'm noticing here right fast is these guys, man, are just pounding the wall. I mean, it's like they can't stay off of it.
Well, that's really what you're doing is you're just overdriving it. You're carrying too much speed down in there. and you're trying to run that high line, and the car's got to turn, so you're not really allowing the front end. The front end's got to set somehow, and when you're driving in there too hard, what happens is it makes it tight and it pushes up the track. So if you let out a little bit, let that front end sit, turn the wheel, then get back in it. And that's something else that I've messed around with in this car, and it'll really push with you here, especially in this car with the setup that they've got. So we're going to see that a lot. But the 77 looked like he may have tapped the wall a little bit, you know, as he was in the lead, and the 4 was going to make a run at him there. So just lucky for him, the caution came out.
Well, we're watching the replay on here. The 57, he got up into the wall. Unfortunately, the 06 was there, man. Brian Johnson, man, the Mountain Dew soda can machine right there. He got punched in. The 92, the 32 tried to get stopped. Tyler Conroy right there, the No Fear machine. Boy, he's having a heck of a night trying to dodge everything in sight here. But there's just nowhere to go when the track gets blocked like that. And man, hey, this is Bristol. I tell you, what else can you say besides it's just Bristol?
Yeah, I mean, the way you got to run this place is pretty much the way you run Talladega or Martinsville, and that is just go out there and try to put yourself in a good position. But you know, you can try and you can have a clean race all you want, but you're going to get caught up in somebody else's mess.
Yep.
It's too easy to have that happen to you. So it's pretty much you know, I hate to put it this way, but it's more about luck here than it is the skill so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's, you know, and that's, you're right. It's almost, well, it's about the same almost for like Martinsville and New Hampshire, because you know, those tracks, and along with this track, they're so small that anything can happen so quick. I agree with you on that. That's Bristol, but the problem with Bristol is you take so much speed going into the turns. I think like a lot of the other tracks like Martinsville, where you actually slow down very fast going into turns. Here, you can actually carry speed going into the turns, and sometimes, you know, overdrive the car very, very quickly.
Well, this track, there's not a lot of room for error. You know, a track like Martinsville, you've got to hit your marks dead on. Here, you can miss it a little bit. You can force it here and back out a little bit more, or grab, you know, get a little bit more brake through the center.
Right.
So you can drive the car more with the pedals here, and you know, your steering input and all that, but it's not so much room for it. I mean, there's a lot of error too, and if you're carrying too much speed on exit, you got too much wheel into it, you're going to get loose with the thing. It's just all there is to it, because the car is pushing so bad. And really what you got to do here is just back it down and turn some laps, because you cannot run as hard as these guys are wanting to run right now, because we see them all pushing up the track, or not all of them, but a lot of them pushing way up the track. So they're overdriving it on entry for sure.
Well, and it's not just some of the new guys, but actually John Mustaine Jr. coming from ExtremeMotorsports99.com, coming here to the RacinFreeks Sim Racing League. As we're getting set here to go back, Green Flag Racing has got that car out front here and is looking very good. As we got the green flag about ready to fall, folks, as these cars take off. He actually takes off a little bit slower, I think, there
we
to
got
make sure
a
he
wreck here on the restart.
Oh, my man, I tell you. And oh, yeah, we got a big one back there, don't we?
Yeah, it looks like the 99 just didn't get started. Maybe missed a gear or something. The 77 got in the back of him and just started all the carnage from there.
All right, well, let's watch it here on the replay, because it did look like they started slower than we normally would see them. 99, oh yeah, the 99 spun his tires, and the 77 got into it. You know, you really can't. We don't talk enough of it, John. I mean, you don't, about restarts with these cars. It's very easy to spin the tires. I don't think people understand how easy it is until you actually drive one of these cars. But it's very, very easy. And then the guy behind you, I mean, he obviously, when he sees you go, he goes. So, yeah, John, what we're seeing right now is not, oh, guys just don't have patience. Guys just don't know what they're doing. It's Bristol, and it could happen in any track, actually, that an incident like that.
Yeah, I'm listening to
Yeah, what are we doing? We're pacing.
Yeah, I'm listening to the race. The pace car has not come off of pit road.
I see that. What? I'm wondering if he can throw an actual caution.
Well,
folks,
yeah.
yeah, I just noticed that.
All right, so here's the deal with iRacing, and I know this, but I'm listening to race chatter. The deal with iRacing is the pace car, when he comes off the track, has got to get back to the stall where the pace car would normally go.
Ah.
And so that did not happen.
Okay.
All right, so now you've got this deal here. I think they're going to have to start a new server here because it's just the glitch in the game that doesn't let the pace car come back out.
All right, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do, folks. We're not going to stop the stream. I'm going to just go to a blank screen. I'll get up with Robert just to 100% check out what we got going on here. We're going to have to start a whole new server because this is the first in my experience. The pace car decided it was tired and it wasn't coming back out on the track no more.
Yeah, and there's nothing they can do about it. The league can't. If they're already under caution, there's nothing else they can do besides start another one. So, doing the right thing for all the guys here.
Okay. Well, they can still hear us on the stream here. Hey, yeah, Robert, how you doing, man? Welcome up here. John was listening to some of the radio chatter. I guess the pace car got tired and said, "Heck, I'm done for the night."
That would be correct. So what we're going to do is put up another server with 100 laps and like 10-minute qualifying or practice and then go from there.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to cut the stream. I've got us actually on a blank screen right now. I've still got me and John's audio on here. They just heard what you just said, all the viewers. So that will give you time to set up a new one. I'll jump over to that server. And folks, we'll be back. Like I said, it's an exciting race so far, but the pace car decides it wanted to take a nap for tonight. All right, so I'm going to jump out of this one. Yes, we're taking a slight break, and we'll be right back. Me and John T. Wimmis. Like I say, we're not going to kill the stream. I'm going to keep the stream just going. But I'm going to wait till he puts up another lobby, and Robert's going to tell us. So, but John, so far, I mean, what we saw is pretty much, that's Bristol, and like that last caution there, that's really just, that could happen to pretty much at any track. These cars are so hard on takeoff, and especially got so much power to them. You put that thing hammered down in second gear, wow. And Waylon Lamb, obviously, he's out in the chat. Laughing.
Yeah, always, he's out there. I know it. But yeah, with these cars, you got to get your RPMs right or you're going to spin because you're restarting in second gear. So it is very easy to spin them here. So you just have to know that and get your RPMs right and get your shift points right because even in shifting, you can spin them too. So it just depends on what the guys are running. So good, too easy to do. See that happen. So get this new one set up here, and these guys, maybe they'll get calmed down a little bit and get some long green flags in here.
Absolutely. Well, Tina, I do have some commercials. Now, tell you what, we'll go to one right now. We're going to.
I've got to say that's a first for me too. I've never seen that happen, but I've always heard that it could happen.
Yeah, that's a first for me. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to run over here. We're going to do a quick commercial here, right fast from Stock Car Racing Experience. And I'll tell you what, if you're in the Pocono, Pennsylvania area, check them guys out. If you want to feel what it's like to run a real NASCAR car, drive one, check it out. They would actually have to have a convertible one, but that's just me. So stay tuned, folks. What's happening right now, just give you an update, is we just had a caution come out. And right before the start, we had a caution come out, and the pace car did not come back out on the field. iRacing glitched. And so what they're doing right now is they're redoing a server. So here we go. And Here we go. And Waylon out there, boy, too. So we'll be right back, folks.
Have you ever wanted to drive a real race car on a famous NASCAR track? The staff at Stock Car Racing Experience will suit you up, teach you what you need to know, and put you behind the wheel of a 160-mile-per-hour stock car on NASCAR's famous Pocono Raceway.
That was great. I enjoyed it. Unbelievable.
It's that unique, one-of-a-kind experience you'll never forget.
It was definitely worth it. The second time I did it, and I'm still shaking.
Call or register online at 877stockcar.com for a heart-pounding, once-in-a-lifetime experience. You won't forget it.
Drivers, start your reading. Motor Sim Racing Magazine is the first and only magazine dedicated to sim racing. Every month we'll be covering the hot topics around the world of sim racing. So if you're looking to be in the know, go to www.motorsimsracing.com. You will find articles from your favorite drivers, leagues, and other prominent people in the sim racing community. Want an update of your favorite league? We got it. Want to learn the basics on finding a perfect league for you? We got it. Want to know more about how leagues are run? We got it. So remember, when you want to know what's going on in the sim racing world, go to www.motorsimracing.com.
All right, folks. We're here, and we're still waiting. Robert's still working on trying to get us a server up here, get everything going, getting all these drivers in back in a row and whatnot for us. So, did a couple commercials there. Had one for a Stock Car Racing Experience, which is the title sponsor here for RacinFreeks Sim Racing League. And we also got, we played one there from Motor Sim Racing Magazine, folks. So, but I'm back here, Joe White up here in the booth, John T. Wimmer. So here's the here's a little update on why everybody's just seeing the RacinFreeks banner. And you're hearing us talk as we went from full video to a very small radio show. No, we're running Bristol here. Was running very good, like lap 20 or 20 some. We had a caution, and then went right as soon as we went back green flag, caution came out, and the pace car decided it was either out of gas or the driver was just asleep, because the pace car never came out. And me and John, I've never seen that before, so it was a glitch. And iRacing, I don't know, the pace car just would not move.
It's Brett Bodine's fault.
Brett Bodine's fault. There we go. Yep.
Anybody who doesn't know what that joke means, he's the pace car driver in real life.
Dang. So here we go. Well, Robert Moyer, which is the main admin here, he is going to set up. He's setting up a new room, and actually, I think it just came up. And I'm jumping in here. We're going to do about a 10-minute practice or so, and then we're only going to do 100 laps. It was 170, excuse me, before. So they're going to cut it down, and because of the of what was going on and whatnot.
Yeah, and you have to have a practice period when you set a race up, so that's why they're doing that.
Yeah, I mean, you can always advance that if you needed it. So sometimes you just have to look at it. Oh, okay. Yeah, crazy stuff. I mean, it's wow.
Server's up.
Cool, man.
Enjoy your show, guys. Later.
Well, that was Robert, folks. All right, well, all the drivers looks like they are joining in here. So, here we go. Let's get my IRTVO back up here and running. I thought it was a good race so far. I mean, typical Bristol, you know, caution here and there and whatnot. Don't know what they're going to do about the race order. They're probably just going to let iRacing settle it. Because when he goes back to, when he flips it over to race, well, they're doing a qualifying right now, aren't they? They doing a qualifying?
I have no idea, bro. I'm still trying to find the new race.
Oh, it's on the bottom. It's on the very bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the bottom. Yeah, the top one is the old one. Look down at the bottom one.
Gotcha.
All right, we're back then. Here we go, and there you go, folks. You're able to see it and whatnot. Hey, let me know how the sounds out there tonight, how everything looks, and you know, I definitely always want to have an enjoyable experience for each and every one of the viewers out there. Always love that. Love to hear y'all's comments, feedbacks, and whatnot. And we got 18 drivers out here tonight. Going to look to go very good. It's like everybody's trying to get joined back in. It's going to take them a few before they get back in here. So just bear with us. We had iRacing had a little glitch. Nothing on our end. Nothing on RacinFreeks end. It was just they run to caution, and they went to green, and then guess what? Boom! They went right back to caution, and the pace car, I don't know if he was getting tires and fuel, or they were just out to lunch, decided it wasn't coming back out. And like you said, that's the first time I've ever had that happen to me.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. And I've been in races where the caution came out on a restart, but maybe it wasn't so early into the restart. So, but the pace car has got to hit the stall where it resets.
Ah, okay.
And that did not happen. It was almost there, and iRacing through the caution, so then it doesn't signal the pace car to get back on track.
That's right.
There's nothing you can do about it. You stay under caution the whole rest of the time.
Wait, Waylon out there, look, you're trying to steal my line. He said all the people out there are trying to get hot dogs.
He's not a man of anything original, you know what I mean?
I know, it's terrible.
He copies a lot of things. Talking about the stock car racing experience in Pocono and how you'd have to have a convertible, so would he, because his head is so gigantic.
Aha, got you, Waylon. Well, no, right now they're doing a practice. I think he said he's going to set it about 10 minutes. Now, what he did was he did knock down the laps. We originally had a 170-lap race. We'd already ran like 30-some of it, but now we're only going to have 100 of it left. So Tom said the pace car got possessed. Yeah. One thing I noticed here tonight, though, John, I haven't seen in the past. It seemed like these cars are just ill handling or something. I don't know, because the guys seemed like they were just having a tough time keeping it off that wall. They were either bouncing off the wall or it was pushing up to it or something.
It's just we talked about it, just a product of overdriving a little too much there. The guys, want to get up front or, make a pass, and the guys up front want to get some space because we're at Bristol. They don't want people near them, but it doesn't take much to overdrive it here in the turn, and you're carrying a lot of speed, about 114, 15 in the center, so that's a lot of speed for a place like this.
Now, did you just say Bristol and get away from somebody?
Yeah.
Same sentence?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, the restarts are so important here because
True.
you're going to have caution. So on the restarts there, you're going to drive it as hard as you can, make up a bunch of spots, especially on fresh tires. So but even on fresh tires, you can overdrive the corner. So, you know, you just have to be able to back that thing up a little bit. And, you know, like we saw a couple guys do, my favorite thing to do is passing people on exit and use that banking to your advantage and cut it down off the center, come down to the bottom and make that pass.
And Waylon, hang on a minute, John. And Waylon, just to say what you said, and look, and if you're loose, I'm just saying you're loose. That's all I'm going to say. If you're going to hit the wall, guess what? The wall's going to be there for you to hit it. So there.
I'm going to change his name to Waylon Lame.
We're giving him a hard time.
He says the most obvious things.
Waylon obvious. Waylon obvious. How's that? Right now, Phil, from what we're seeing in practice, it just seems like these guys, and I know you're saying overdriving, it just seems like these guys just don't have a handle on this track. I hate to say it like that, because I know a lot of these guys here, they know how to drive some of these cars. But man, like right there, that number 4, he came out of the turn and that rear end just came out from under him. That's Nick Crawford. We've seen him, you know, drive the car. We've seen some other guys, Tyler Conroy and all that out here. It just seems like something in this car, they just maybe don't have a handle on this track, this package yet at this track. Something just looks like it's off a little bit.
Well, you know, when I went and turned laps here in this car, the thing I noticed was I could not be as aggressive as I would normally have been. Okay. With this new upgrade that they've done with this car, you really you play with the throttle so much. Okay, right. And that's the thing is, even when you're coming off of the turn, you can't mat it. You know, once you've got some laps on those tires, you got to, you know, pedal it, take it easy, whatever you got to do, just run consistent laps. That's the key to this track is, you know, not, you know, I'm coming off here, let me mat it now, because you can't. Because you do have a lot of wheel input there. So you really drive the car here, especially on exit, as much with the throttle as you do the steering wheel.
True. And Waylon, if he would have just used the brake, he wouldn't have came out of it loose or fast, you know what I mean? So thought I'd throw that analogy out at you.
Man, my head is going to explode.
Hey, look, I can do this all night long, Waylon. I don't know if John can handle it, though.
No, I don't have any patience at all. Patience is not my thing.
Oh, Lord. What I always say, I got time and patience is about it. So
if we keep it up, we might have to turn this stream over onto HBO or something.
Yeah. OSR up all night.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, like right there, I was watching Tyler Conroy, the number 2 machine, but in No Fear, and we know that cat can drive the wheels and lug nuts off a machine. He just came out of the turn right there and just flat lost it. I mean, it's just like it's... You know what it reminds me? Dover. Dover, when you come over that darn turn and hit that hump, and the car might feel great, the turn might feel great, everything feels great, and you just come out of that turn, and guess what? Next thing you know, the rear end just snaps loose and sends you into the inside wall. That is almost what it looks like is happening out here. I know it might not be, but that's what it looks like when they're coming off those turns.
Yeah, well, the other thing about Bristol is you've got to hit your entry just right, not just with your speed, but the line that you're running. There's actually a huge bump going into 2. And so if you're a little too high or too low, you're going to hit that, and it sends you off the track a little bit. So there's actually a spot about midway. You steer through there, and you'll feel that it's very smooth, and you'll totally miss it. The car sits like it's supposed to. You know, when you're on new tires, you can hit that a little bit, and it's all right. But after a while, what it really does is, I mean, you're breaking traction, and you're pushing the car up, so then you're wearing the tires out. So I feel like they are, and I think what the guys are trying to do is figure out where the breaking point is on the cars. Like, and what I mean by that is, where are they overdriving it so they can figure it out.
Are they doing a pit party right now?
Yeah.
Okay, because, yeah, they just sent the whole group out there, which might be smart, just to see how everybody drives around each other, because I just don't feel like these guys... From one, I mean, I know we're sitting up here, you know, obviously we can sit up here and analyze all day long. You know, we're not behind the wheel of those cars out there. It just looks like, man, the guys just don't have the feel for this track. I mean, really. Hey, if we bottom line it, you know, we, like you said, me and you can sit up here and talk about what we love talking about, you know, analyzing this and that, what we're looking at, but just, these guys look like they're just unsure on what this car's going to do going into a turn and coming out of a turn as of right now. Everything they knew before Bristol just is not working here today.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what they're trying to do. I'm laughing because I'm listening to the guys talk at the same time, but just trying to get it down a little bit. You know, hey, this is
You
how
still in the server?
Yes.
'Cause I just about lost everybody.
He advanced the session.
Okay. Just making sure. Did he advance it to qualifying or race?
Well, he advanced it twice, so we should be going into the race.
Okay. I'm just making sure because my RRTVO just went everybody white and everybody just blanked off the track on me there for a second. Folks, he advanced the session. So here's what's going to happen on this deal real quick. Well, I'm not going to go through a grid in order because obviously it's going to be iRacing's discretion on who's on top. As of right now, though, it is showing Tyler Conroy going to be the man on point. And John Mustaine Jr. is going to be sitting second, Eugene Wilkinson third, Brian Johnson fourth, and John LeBombard right there in fifth. So that's going to be your top five starting here and whatnot. Now, next thing is hopefully, you know, we get this thing underway. We're going to have 100 laps here, folks, of some good green flag racing. But it is Bristol, and tonight is I almost feel for John Robert a little bit there, John.
No, he'll be all right.
Well, yeah, we know he'll be all right, but after this race, he's probably going to have to drink a lot.
A lot of water. Yes.
Yes, yeah. Oh, I'm glad you noticed, Waylon. Yeah, they got some new flag things because everybody kept saying they couldn't see the yellow flag. So I made sure that now you see that big yellow flag that pops up. And I got to thank Jason Allison for doing that for me. I appreciate that.
If you try being patient, you won't get upset. Patience is the key to short track tempers and not the key to your house. Oh, Lord Almighty.
Hey, as long as they bringing me a hot dog, man, I'll let them in the house.
I drive better with the temper, Waylon. It's just how it is.
The 82 right now is, which is Bob Skinner. He is...
I believe he's restarting second.
Yeah, my bad. I needed to hit my thing, man, and it'll update here in just a second. It'll update as soon as they cross the line. That's what it will update. Tina's out there. She's on it. She was watching the ticker. That's what she was watching. I'm watching IRTVO. It updates as soon as they cross the line. And the ticker updates automatically. I don't know why it does that. My driver stat over here on IRTVO doesn't update until they cross the line. But the ticker, it automatically, as soon as I go to race, boom, it updates. That's crazy.
I don't know what to tell you. I didn't make it.
I didn't either. I didn't make that part of it anyways. I ain't no coding expert. But you're right. That 82 machine sitting on the outside, that's Bob Skinner, rock star himself right there. You know, Tina, she's out in the chat. She's already jumped down saying, hey, look, fellas, y'all wreck all you want behind you. My man's out front. He's got a different paint job tonight. He ain't got the silhouette chicks on the front of the hood. Makes me sad.
Nah, she may have made him take that off.
Well, shame on you. Anyway, pace cars in. We're about to get set to go. Great green flag racing, the start of the race again for the second time tonight. Here we go. Talicon Roy out front along with Bob Skinner right there behind him. You hear these cars storm. Oh, Skinner there goes in high. They're 2x2 coming down the back stretch, storming around here. Almost looking like they might try to think about 3 wide, but that's not a smart move here, John.
Absolutely not. So patience right there. Don't do it. You
Absolutely.
See that 57 move way up a track.
He does. That's what I'm talking about. It looks like when you talk about they're diming it into the turn, it looks like they're throwing it in low going in, but then the car just washes straight up high to the track, sometimes so high that they bump that outside wall. Right now, it looks like a freight train from the front. I think these guys might get a little bit of the ticket or the picture here. Let's get in line. Let's be patient. Let's calm down. Got a long way to go. 3 laps of 100 here. Yeah, we'll go by faster than the green, but cautions are not going to help out anybody here.
Absolutely not. But I'll tell you what, look at what the 82 with Skinner is doing. As he takes it in, he goes up high right here, then he starts turning it back down. Get that run off that corner right there. That's a perfect way to run Bristol right here.
Absolutely. Right now, oh, and I'll tell you what, right behind him, that 57, though, is taking a high line, scraping the wall just a little bit. The cat machine right there, he's looking very good. Hope he don't have to have no bulldozers. He might be trying to doggone take the wall down as we look like we're under caution. Ooh, got a car on the ground there. I don't know what the number is. Do you see what the number was? Oh, there it is. 21 of Cameron Bonner. I believe that's his last name. And I got my replay back finally. All right, so watch the replay on this one. See what happened to him here. He just lost it coming out of the turn and ooh, punched the wall. And man, when he punched the wall, now that thing looks like a mad bulldog now. Well, I think they got the hint on that one there. I don't want to say it like that, but they got fanned out. They actually went single file there for a little bit and had a good little green flag, but boy, everybody's coming down here to get 4 tires. I got a feeling these guys are probably going to be screaming for tires all night long.
Yeah, 4 definitely helps immensely here. But talking about that 21, that incident there, it's what we were talking about previously, before the red flag came out.
Yeah.
He was just, a lot of wheel input there. Didn't let the car drift up to the wall, and that allows you to straighten your wheel out. And he just got loose with it and had to fight the thing the whole way down the front stretch. And,
Yep.
You got to get that thing straightened out before you get in the next turn. And he just couldn't get it. Okay.
We just got the update here from Tina Seeley out in the chat. Bob Skinner, the rock star man, who normally has the awesome chick silhouettes on the hood there and the motorsports or motocross racing gear, has changed it up for a mad fish on the hood. Just got some wild sunglasses with the nitro fish on there. So he's went from pretty chicks to pretty ugly fish.
Whatever works.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. It's sad. Tina, it's sad. But nah, cool paint job either way, though. I do like that. Look like the little fish looks mad. He's yelling too. That might be fitting too for tonight, because he's probably just as scared to be on the hood of that car around Bristol. He's probably like, look, the guy in front of me over here beside him, he says no fear on his car. Dude, you ain't sitting where I'm sitting. That's probably what he's talking about. You talking about no fear? Get your butt on the hood.
Where do you see a fish?
There's a fish on the hood of his car. It's called nitro fish.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's actually a piranha, a fish with big teeth and yeah. Anyways, it's got sunglasses on. That's why they call it nitro fish.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, here's the deal then. I see it now on the stream. It's different. Well, on the previous race, it was fine. Now in this race, it's his old one on mine, so I don't know what the deal is. Trading Paints has acted weird today when I raced earlier.
Look, Tina said the girls will go back. All right. Well, don't put no fish up there with the girls, okay? It might scare them off the pole. All right, well, we're about to go back green flag racing. You know, it is fitting right now. We got a Nitro Fish, Bob Skinner. We got No Fear, Tyler Conroy up front. Right now, behind him, though, John Mustaine Jr. He's got the gaming crew behind him and going, look, fellas, it ain't no game out here tonight. It's all serious business, and I am my start here tonight. Pace car's in, about to get ready to go take these monster machines around Bristol here, the last Coliseum, and tonight it has been a monster of a Coliseum. And I noticed that start right there, John, something about it. Those guys did not just take off like screaming demons. They took off very easy to make sure they didn't spin those tires. And man, they're door slamming.
Yeah, they're all taking off in third gear.
Okay, that's smart. That is very smart. Oh, we got a wreck. Ooh, well, Bob Skinner got out of it a little bit, but boy, I tell you what, right there, early on, John Mustaine got loose, man, and just a little door slamming, which is, hey, that's short track racing. But, man, let's see what happened here. We saw Bob Skinner here. Yeah, he got hit right there. They got door to door a little bit. And then behind him, yeah, Mustaine got loose. And then he got loose even more. And the three of them, we're going to pause it. Actually, because I'll tell you what, that could have been worse than what it was back there. Nowhere to go on this track. When something like that happens, just nowhere to go.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, you have to stay in it, and that's what Skinner was doing with the 67 loose and slow like that. So he did the right thing. Problem was the 67 turned back right instead of just staying low right there. So I don't know if he thought he was clear or what that was about. But
or he could still been spinning his tires. So
he could have been.
We don't know on that one. Yeah,
definitely not saying that he was trying to wreck him by on purpose. Just odd to see the car because it looked like it really just shot back to the right.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, this track just right now does not. Tonight, these guys are probably feeling very uneasy as of right now, and I don't blame them. From what I'm seeing up here in the booth, don't want to call it because I'm not behind the wheel out there, but it definitely looks like these are very uneasy conditions for these guys. Very unknown territory so far. Not liking something out there, but we're at lap 16 of 100. RacinFreeks Sim Racing League, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience, Pocono, Pennsylvania. Right there, folks. And I tell you, we're here live at Bristol Motor Speedway here, and it has been a doozy so far. So we had a start to the race, and then all of a sudden the pace car got tired of coming out. So we had to restart to a new server. We're in the new server. We got 100 laps. We're here at the second caution here tonight. Pace car is finally coming around, and hopefully nobody will get up there and hit the pace car because we want to see it. If it has to come back out, definitely come back out.
Yeah, I think we'll be good. And really what happened is the guys in the league all agreed to restart in third gear. So for one, they take off easy and not have that same issue that we had previously.
And you know what? That's what that one... that's a good thing about the league here. They got a lot of respect and a lot of between the drivers, and that's why we're seeing these guys, because it looks like they're taking off kind of in slow mo. But you're right, them taking off in third, they're not going to go, but they're also not going to spin those tires, which is very easy to do. We don't, me and you, John, we don't talk about that a lot. Spinning tires here, but it can happen very easily in this car, especially truck and Xfinity. It can. Not so much though. Has to be on the right circumstance, right track, etc. These cars, man, you could have brand new tires and still spin them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just the horsepower to the right rear, man. That's just, it's so much. All you're going to do is spin it, and then it's hard to catch. And the problem is you got that guy behind you. He's going to run right into you here. Yep. So, not a lot of room for error there. So, good call by these guys to restart in third gear, give everybody a shot.
Yep, absolutely. That's a heck of a stand-up thing here. Well, pace cars in. We're going to see these things, monster machines fly here right now. Tyler Conroy, he says no fear. I got it under control. Jeff Gilmore on the outside of it as they storm off into turn number 1. They're side by side right there. Up on the high side, you got the Cat machine right there looking very good. The 77's on the down low. And Neil Odegaard right there behind him, and the 99 machine looking very good. Zach Hall's moving it on up there in the 5th spot. Oh, no.
And the 57 was underneath the 2 right there and just got loose, got up into the 2, and collected the 77 as well.
Ah, boy.
And we saw that really aggressive move by the 57 there going through the turns, and I kind of figured something like that might happen, but was hoping they'd give each other a little bit of room. But when you're loose like that under a guy, you're just going to slide right up into him.
I'll tell you what, well, I appreciate John here keeping up with the action, because when I'm fanning through some of the field, it's just so much going on. Yeah, it looks like a 57. He's trying to dive on the inside of the 2 right there. And, man, yeah, they just collected each other. And then the 77 behind him had nowhere to go, spun. Just unfortunate right there. I really don't want to say it's the fault of anybody. Because, you know, it looked like maybe the 57 came up, number 2 came down, maybe just, I don't know. It is winning products of racing, I guess.
Well, class act by the 57, and, you know, he came over race chatter, called the race incident on himself. So, you know, he did the right thing there. So, yeah, that's the thing about this league, and a lot of leagues like for people to do that. So, yep. They know where to go look. The admins gives them a time, you know, they can get to the replay quickly is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. Well, you know, it's a stand-up thing. Like I said, well, tonight has been a heck of a race here. We've had action up front, middle, and the back, all over the place. Heck, we already had action, man, with the pace car and the pit road. So tonight has just been all over the place, man. At least the fans have been able to get one heck of a show going on. The viewers have out here. Appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, because it's been awesome. Waylon's giving us our insight on how to get around the track out here. Not very helpful, but it's insight either way. So, right now, I had to say that.
And, I can't even get it together right now.
Yeah, and Neil Odegaard is the man out front, along with Jeff Gilmore. And I'm gonna tell you, the rate we got going on here, and I'm gonna take anything away, but we could have a first-time winner tonight. This track's almost, to me, just becoming an unknown, and it's basically becoming like what a restrictor plate track would be. John still messed up.
Dude, I can't. I can't. I was just thinking to myself, first time winner. That's the words of Waylon Lamb. Yes, for somebody who's never won before tonight, if they win, they'd be a first time winner. I'm just, I can't take it. I told you, he's done crawled up in my head and annoyed me now, and I'm done. I'm just done.
I had to say what I had to say though a minute ago, man. That's one of me getting on my rambling. What do they call those? What do they call me saying those?
A Joeism.
The Joeism. There you go. Yep. There you go, folks. There's one for you. But, you know, for the most part, it has been a darn good race. Right now, Brian Johnson, he's got that Mountain Dew soda can machine. I noticed he's got a different paint job Mountain Dew out there tonight. Probably thinking he needed to bring it up there, but he's got the Air Force beside him, so if he needs any help, maybe bombing these guys out the way, who knows? But you got the man out point up there, Neil, in that 99 machine. He's got Fender on it, so he'll sing a tune to everybody here with Zach Hall. Zach Hall's very fast, though, and if he can get away from here, might be different. So, you know, the one thing about this league is awesome, is all these guys run actual real style sponsors on the car. Some of them actually have sponsors of their own, and then some of them just, you know, choose to, you know, pick a sponsor and go. So it looks like we're about to get set here, go green flag racing once again here tonight as that pace car's in, and they're taking off in third gear, and that's why they're just not getting that awesome, you know, wham, you know, off the start that we're used to seeing. But very smart on the league's part to do that. Right now up front, they got a breakaway between them. That's the number 32 and the 99. Brian Johnson got broke away there from the 32 machine behind him, which would actually be, excuse me, not the 32, the 92 of Christopher Matthews.
Yeah, right. These guys doing a great job, just kind of fanning out now, and hopefully get a long green flag run in here. You see that 80 right there underneath that 24. That's going to be hard for him to have exit here, as we talked about earlier. The preferred line being up top.
Absolutely. You can just see it too. When those cars go in, they want to just zoom right to the top all the way up against the wall. The 80 has to yield there to the man, and that's actually be Eugene Wilkinson and Derek Palsy right there side by side, neck and neck. As right behind them, you got the newcomer, Edward Edward Burrell. He's got the Canada Dry machine behind him. Now behind him, he's got James Hackworth and the Ford. Oh, we got a spin. And that actually looks like the Air Force machine. And he was up front. Christopher Matthews. So let's go back and see what happened to him. Because he was running up front. Close to it anyways. I got a feeling, well, I see the 6 is up in there. Oh, man, it just... Ooh. Not very much of a tap coming off the turn. Just enough to send him around. These cars are already on the edge, loose as it is. These guys come around like that and get a hit. Doesn't take much.
And there was an incident prior to that one. The 4, the 20, and the 37 kind of made it 3 wide there, and the 20 got squeezed in the middle and caught a lot of damage there. So that stacked the field up. So it may have a little bit to do with what caused that incident. I'm not sure, but everybody got stacked up on the front stretch.
Got you. Well, you're talking about Wayla, man, 7 in to go. It's go time. I don't quite think yet it's go time. These guys can be a little bit patient at this point. We were talking about that the other day, but nonetheless, it has been a heck of a race. Now, to me, if we get into a long green flag run, then yeah, you know, you've got to get your mentality to go, hey, we got to go, you know, because they'll click off very quickly here at Bristol. But we're at lap 33 of 100 now. We were looking for lap 57 before. I have no clue what lap we're looking for now in our segments. Obviously, we're looking for lap 100. That's one of them. I'm going to just go ahead and say, what do you think? Probably 35, 70, and
well, it
100?
depends if they're taking anything from the carryover of the last race.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it was lap
and
57.
I've heard no chatter from race control about the stages and what the laps are going to be this time around. So,
well, it was 57, 114, and 170, and we weren't even nowhere near 57 last time. If they go 3 stages here, normally it's like 34, 35, 70, and 100 or something like that. So, well, nonetheless, normally we would have stages, but I think they're just probably going to have to deal with that after the race here. Kind of calculate, see who had what. Obviously, we know lap 100. Hey, that's going to be the point. But it's been one heck of a race here, the last great Coliseum here for NASCAR. And these guys have put on a heck of a Roman show out here as they come out here and just battle-torn each one of these cars. I mean, they are beat up, slammed up, and everything else. I'm going to wonder if any of these cars out here is going to come out here without a dent on it here, because we've got 100 laps here tonight, Bristol Motor Speedway, for the RacinFreeks Sim Racing League, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience. Want to welcome the viewers. Appreciate each and every one of you. Right now, we got Zach Hall out front, Brian Johnson second, the newcomer there, John Mustaine Jr., and old Bob Skinner, the rock star, right there in fourth, and Neil Odegaard rounds out our top 5.
Yeah, the outside line here on this restart, that's the preferred way to be here, because the inside's not carrying so much speed now. It's starting in 3rd gear.
Absolutely. Well, because you actually got that momentum going in. So pace cars in, they take off. I tell you, they look so slow heading to the start-finish line going in 3rd gear. It looks like a slow-mo effect, and then they speed up real quick as they go out into turn number 1. But right now, the front 3 get fanned out, nose to tail right there. They're still stacked 2 by 2 behind them. It's a good dogfight battle going on back here. We got a car spinning on the inside.
Looks like the 23.
Oh, no caution, so he must have got that thing going.
Yeah, he's got it rolling.
See if we can't get a replay on that for you there, folks. So we're still in the caution here, but I'm gonna get a replay just to show you what happened. Awesome right there. See the replay. It's a Tropicana machine, and at least he didn't spill no orange juice on the track. We're good to go.
Yeah, right now everybody's pretty much single file here. You got the 4 looking inside the 77 just a little bit, but he's got a ton of damage on the left front.
You know, I'm watching this restart from the last time here. I don't know if you noticed that those guys weren't lined up very good back there. And
yeah, I think they're trying to get a little bit of a run now since they're starting in third gear. And the 28 was going to be patient there and let that 32 get up there because he's been a little bit faster on the short runs.
Well, still watching that replay there, the 23. He just lost it coming out of the turn. So we're back here live here with you folks. And right now, Zach Hall, the man up front, he has taken off. He's got 0.8 seconds over the second place man, Brian Johnson. John Mustaine Jr., he's got his hands full with the 99 Neil Odegaard. Oh, and he bumps him. That's another thing we ain't got to talk about yet, John. Bump and run, that plays effect here. I call it the kick and run because, boy, you're either going to kick the guy, get him out of the way. Right now, the 99 did just that as he dives on the inside or door to door.
Yeah, so he can't get the run off there because he's stuck on the bottom. So he drifts up the track right here. 67 is going to come back and he taps him.
Man, that's some hard racing right there. They were just tooth and nail battling it out. No harm, no foul right there, folks. That's just hard racing right there. I mean, the 99 took a chance on trying to get around him and just had to try to wash up the track. That's what the car's going to do. John Mustaine was there. Real estate just wasn't there for the 99. Guess what? Boom, two of them come together. And, hey, luckily, good driving job by the 99. He held on to that thing, and the 67. Could have been disastrous. You got the No Fear man right behind him in the number 2 machine. Man, we got a heck of a dogfight back here, John.
Yeah, we do. Bob Skinner in that 82. He's been pinched off down there on the bottom. Fighting real hard, but losing a couple spots here. He got the 77 going around him and bringing the 4 up here on the high line as well. The 82 just cannot get up high, and unfortunately, you can't get that good run off.
No, he can't right there. And you still got Tyler Conroy right there, Eugene Wilkinson, Mark Whitley, Bob Skinner, man, the rock star. He's on the inside trying to battle his way. He's got that fish a-hollering on the hood saying, hey, look, you're scaring me down here. Come on, fellas, let's get in line and see if we can't come back to the front. One way or another, they got to be able to do it. Now, right now, Tyler Conroy, the man in 5th spot. He's got Eugene Wilkinson. He is all over the 67 right now. Man, he made a heck of a power move right there.
He does. 80 taps the 67 a little bit in the center of the corner, and they keep it going. So great driving by these guys right here. They're racing hard and kind of beating and banging on each other and still going.
This is what you wanted to see right here. This is actually what you would definitely see at any other track. Rubbins Racing right there. These guys are door to door just banging fenders and swapping paint, whatnot, back and forth all over this place. This is Bristol, baby, right here. Rubbins Racing, you are absolutely right. And these guys are definitely doing the 67 bumped him.
I knew that was just going to be a matter of time before that happened to somebody. These guys did it a couple times and get your confidence up doing that a little bit. And he was getting a really good run on some guys, and that's the thing you have to realize. We saw the 77 do it here just in the previous lap, and he let up. So,
well, racing, gotta love it. I mean, we haven't really talked about this much because there's been a lot of cautions and then the issues we had here. Patience and tempers. I mean, it's short track racing. You definitely, tempers are going to flare. Your nerves, I guess that's a better way to. How much patience and nerves do you have here? Because when you're done at this place, it's thrown out the window. Well, I will disagree with that saying out there, because if you ever see Tyler Conroy run, that boy out there run that thing on the rims and still win the race. John's in heavy thinking right now.
I was listening to the race chatter there. Went back and looking at the replay, trying to figure out what was going on here. But anyway, all right, time to be professional. Here we go.
Well, they mad over the race chatter?
No, nobody's
Oh,
mad.
all right, cool.
I was just trying to figure out who the caution was out for. There was different chatter than what I thought, and I was just trying to figure that part out.
Yeah, the only thing I saw was the deal between the 80 and the 67 right there. I didn't see anything else on the track.
Right. So.
All right, well, I want to appreciate the viewers out there, and obviously, I haven't said tonight, we're live here at YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. Definitely check us out on Twitter, and you can check us out online simracingnetwork.com. Also, check out John T. Williams' site. He's definitely got an awesome one there. It was a simracingsponsors.com.
That's right, simracingsponsor.com. That's it.
All right, good deal. Simracingsponsor.com. And I'll tell you what, right here tonight has been a heck of a sim race nonetheless. A lot of things have happened. Drama. Heck, we've even had drama with iRacing. And the pace cars even got into action here tonight and decided, hey, it got scared already.
Yeah, it took a little bit of a break on us, but
yeah,
got the thing back going there, so
maybe
gave Waylon a chance to continue with his ridiculous, obvious comments. So, speaking of which, Waylon, I'm gonna need to see you in the hauler after this race.
Oh yeah, we run races on Saturday nights, Sunday nights, Monday nights, 7 nights a week now. I'm here on 6 nights a week. John, he's Mr. Dedicated, and he's out here running all the time.
Yeah, I do a little bit. Racing tomorrow night with the Monday Night
Michigan.
Thunder guys. Monday Night Thunder on a Sunday night. It's the ARCA series at Michigan. I'm very excited about it.
Absolutely. So we're heading here about the green flag racing right now. I tell you what, when they start off in third gear, it just looks so slow coming towards the camera right there. Then they get a rolling and they storm right by. But right now, Tyler Conroy's showing them why he has no fear on that car, because he had no fear banging around with Zach Hall up there, one of the main admins here. Right now, he's got his hands full with the number 99 and Brian Johnson and that Mountain Dew soda can machine. He is trying to run around here and say, fellas, look, looking very good. Right now, they're nose to tail, and they fanned out on the top 4. You got to go back a little bit behind them before you see any kind of action. You got Nick Crawford right there in 6.
Yeah, these guys right now doing a great job here, just trying to settle in a little bit. Let some of these guys run up, but the 06 of Tom Dryling, I think is how you say it, he's doing a great job. Been up here up front all this race here. So trying to fight with that 99 as he gets a run. 99 bumps the 2.
Man, he did. I just saw that right there. The 99 just punched him in, and it made his front end and his car punched in look like a mad bulldog right now. But boy, you got a 3-car battle right here. You got the 2, Tyler Conroy, the 6 up underneath him. These guys are looking like they're in a demo derby. I don't know if that 2's holding them up a little bit, but right now they look like they're a lot faster. And I don't know how much patience is going to be. We're going to hold with this battle here, because the way they're beating and banging and hanging off each other, anything can happen.
Yeah, the 99 was a little bit faster than the 2, letting it roll through there, getting a little runoff here, but thought about taking that 3 wide there in that previous lap. Good job he didn't, but the 06 is trapped on that bottom there, and as you see when you try to drive off, you really get squirrely with that thing.
Yeah, and everybody's probably wondering, well, why don't the 99 just go down there and help him? Well, the problem is that 99 understands if he goes down there, he's going to be trapped on the bottom. Now, the good thing is that number 6 made the pass, so that might think, whoa, he's trying to move the 2 out the way. But it's a heck of a dogfight battle going on. This is what y'all came to see right here. Short track racing, beating and banging, bumping a little bit. These guys rubbing is some of the best in the sim racing, the RacinFreeks Sim Racing League right here. Doing battle here, folks. Tyler Conroy in the number 2, Neil Odegaard at 99, Nick Crawford right there in the 4. And the man is checked out away from the number 06 said, I am gone. I'm away from you guys. Y'all stand back there and beat each other all y'all want.
Yeah, we're going to see patience here. oh, the caution's out. And I was about to say that 99, I expected him to really put it to that 2 right there.
Oh, and that's the new man right there. Number 17 looks like he was around. Well, just as soon as I get warmed up, get cold again.
It's probably a good thing that caution came out there. It gives the 2 and the 99 there a chance to cool off a little bit. And
Yes.
2's going to be coming to pit road with the 06. And 99's going to be staying out. Along with the 28 and the 32 are staying out as well.
You know, Zach Hall's not coming in. I wonder why. Or Brian Johnson.
Track position.
Ugh. Yeah, but yeah, okay. Yeah. Tom out there, or Toe Mater. Oh no, Timothy is actually what his name is. They do have a website, RacinFreeks.com. Check them out. And Robert Moyer is the man that you want to talk to. Definitely check them out on iRacing and the league page there. They do have a Facebook page, RacinFreeks Sim Racing League. Check them out there. And definitely, they run the Cup Series here on Saturday nights. Got a good group of guys here. I mean, and don't use this race as a benchmark of like what the races are. I mean, this is Bristol. And that's pretty much all you can say about it. This racetrack it's Bristol, and it's hard. I don't care who you are. You can bring the best of iRacing, the pro drivers here, and I guarantee you're walking out of here with a massive amount of cautions.
You get a massive amount in real life most of the time, you know, especially now that the track's kind of a little different on them. You know, before when they went back and changed it, Bristol got a little boring. But getting the excitement back in that track now in real life. But man, before, you know, you'd see a ton of cautions out of those guys too. So it's tough, man. But you know, that's the thing about this. You've got to run all the tracks that you can. Some tracks play into guys' favors, you know, like I'm saying, like Michigan. I usually do well there. I enjoy that track, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. And some tracks, man, I don't stand a chance. I'm a 10th place car, and that's where I'm going to be. So you got to run everywhere. And some of them, man, it's just a crapshoot, and that's what Bristol is.
Yeah, absolutely. And tonight, though, is still, but Zach Hall, the man out point, he's looking very good in that 32. If he can stay clean here, we're at lap 70 of 100, folks. And then, like I say, if we get some green flags, they start clicking off pretty darn quick. Now, we've had 6 cautions tonight so far. And, again, you know, anybody that's looking, don't use that as a benchmark for what these guys are. It's just Bristol. Because I'm going to tell you, wait till Monday when we have 32 trucks out here at Bristol. Wow.
Yeah, these guys, they know how to race. They do a great job. They're extremely clean, as it's like you're saying. It's just Bristol. So come in and race with these guys. You'll have a blast doing it. It is a lot of fun to watch these guys. I'm going to tell you what, who we need to keep our eye on right now is that 2 cars. He's getting restarting there in 4th spot, and he is the one that went and took tires along with the 06. And the 99, 28, and 32 stayed out.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, a pace car takes that hard left turn on pit road, going to send these monster machines a-flying. Right now, they go through the gears. In 3rd gear, Neil Odegaard's right there. He hits the hammer, and he is down. Going into turn 1, they're stacked up 2 wide. 99, the 2 didn't get the jump he wanted. But I tell you what, those new tires will pay dividends here soon as the 99's on the inside of Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson's looking right there. You're right, though. Look at No Fear. Number 2, Tyler Conroy. He knows the time is now. Hey, I've got to go. It is go time here, John. There's probably no holding back at this point.
Absolutely not, but the 06 is going to make a move here on the inside of the 02. 02's going to fight back on the outside, and again, Bob Skinner back there getting trapped down on the inside.
Yeah, he is. Bob Skinner got that nitro fish on the front. He is it's like yelling a cool breeze, like, let's go, let's go. We want to get to the front right now. The No Fear machine of number 2 to Tyler Conroy. He's got those new tires and trying to work the outside. But that 6 machine has been there all night long, definitely battling. Tom drilling. I'm going to say drilling. I hope it's drilling. But Tom Drilling right there at number 6 has been diving. And right now, it does not seem like Tyler is getting the bite or something. Even though he's got new tires, he just cannot get it because that 06 powered around him on the inside.
Well, he did, but they're both, you know, the cars that are on fresh tires there. And really, it wasn't going to do them any favors to race side by side like that with the fresh tires. They needed to just let him go on.
Well, I didn't know he was on fresh tires. My bad.
Yeah, the 06 and the 2 pitted together and took tires there.
Well, I'll tell you what, John, let's do something, man, we like doing. Folks, let's bring the action right now since we're on the green flag. Let's bring up the camera angles you love seeing. Speed cam.
Speed cam.
All right, folks, well, I'll tell you what, if that right there, like I always say, if that don't get your blood pumping, your hair standing up on your arm or something, you might want to get a doctor's appointment this coming Monday and have your doctor check you out because, man, that right there is just pure adrenaline and excitement. And as John would always say, I'll let him say it.
If you don't like a speed cam, you're probably a boring individual.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, the 06, we watched it right there live. He just went spinning off down through there. No caution. Everything's good. But right now, Tyler Conroy's in a battle of his life. He's got the cat machine on the inside. And the guys are just, and they get together. Everybody seems like they're taking him on the inside. For some reason, he is just not getting the run. And he's doing nothing but just going straight backwards.
And I feel like he may have just really ran his tires off when he got those new tires and decided to race really hard with the 06 right there. You're a lot more aggressive on the outside than the guy on the inside is because he's laying off the throttle so much on the inside. And we saw the 06 was finally able to get by him there, so he really may have used the stuff up.
Okay, well, right now, your man out front, Zach Hall. You got Neil Odegaard. He's trying to run him down. Brian Johnson's a man in third spot, though. Nick Crawford right there in fourth. Mark Whitley rounds out the top five as we're watching these guys, man, fly around this little bit of the Glass Coliseum is what they call it here. Bristol Motor Speedway, folks. Tyler Conroy, he's in trouble. Trouble in a hurry. His time's running out. We got 8 laps to go for Zach Hall out front. Can he pull this thing off here tonight? Look very, very good doing it. Tell you what, Robert Moyer's been able to pull back to the top 10, but there's a heck of a fight. Oh, and him and Brandon Mullen get together.
The 20 is spinning, almost takes everybody with him there.
Well, we saw him spinning for one reason. They both came out door to door right there, side by side, him and Robert Moyer. Just a racing incident between them. And we know at that part of the track.
I say almost, but looks like he did.
Did he take somebody with him?
Absolutely did.
We'll watch the
82
replay.
and the 95.
Okay. Well, we'll watch the replay here. Yeah, him and the Robert Moyer were door to door. And Brandon was on the inside. It looked just he tried to hold on to it. Well, I tell you what, Bob Skinner tried to avoid him. And I don't think he hit him, but I think Bob went to go miss him. And then the 95 was just there, wrong place, wrong time. And basically Bob was too. Wrong place, wrong time. And again, that fish, man, is just not liking being on the hood. So the fish is going to tell you, Tina, he don't want to be on the car no more. Put the women back.
Yeah, I went back and looked at that from a different view, and you could see what Bob was trying to do there, just avoid the wreck there, but wasn't completely clear on the outside there. So like we said, man, things happen so fast. You react so quickly here, just anything could happen. It's really nobody's fault.
Absolutely. Well, this one's not over with, folks. So grab your popcorn, tell your wife, man, good night, pet your dog, go out there, yell at your neighbor, do what you got to do. Either way, this one's definitely not going to be over with. We're going to have a green-white checker here. So what you think we're setting up for here? Dog fight, bump and run, kick and run, somebody get out the way. I mean, hey, who knows? Death threat out here. It's hard telling what we're going to have here on this finish.
Yeah, well, so far the race chatter hadn't gotten that vicious, so I think it's going to be all right.
Okay.
But we're definitely going to see 77's been fast, 28. Man, that's going to be a heck of a fight here.
Absolutely.
We're probably going to be coming to a green-white checker here, I believe, by the time they go.
We will.
So you know what's going to happen is it's going to be all take and no give here.
Yeah, and you know what? Last couple laps, all fair and love and war. It's go time at that point. I mean, you know, like you said, you're going to kick your mama in the head, man, or butt, or whatever, man, to win the race at that point. Zach Hall definitely not. He's going to need the start of his life. The problem is with them starting in third gear like they are, it's harder to get a jump out in front of the field because everybody almost starts even. So he's going to have to time this one. If it be me, John, as soon as that pace car got off on pit road, there's no rule that I have to go before the green lights. As soon as that pace car, man, went into pit road, I'm gone. Hammer down.
Yeah, and here in this league, the restart is on the leader. I mean, you can't go when the pace car is still on the racetrack, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, we'll be on the leader there. So he'll have the, you know, a little bit of an advantage is to get into the throttle a little bit faster here. But, you know, restarting in third gear is not that helpful. But again, we'll see. No. He did get a good restart last time on the inside, which I did not expect, as we haven't seen it work for a lot of guys, but he made it work.
Well, we're going to get the green flag. It's going to be the last lap here. As soon as the green flag, they cross that line. The next one, that'll be the white flag. And the next one around, it'll be the end of it right here. So Zach Hall needs the start of his life because he's got Brian Johnson on the outside. He might try to throw a Mountain Dew, man, up under his tire, slow him down a little bit. But right behind them, they got Mark Whitley in the 77, Jeff Gilmore, a couple guys up there. So look, they're hungry for a win. Pace car's in here, folks. I tell you what, we're about to set these things machining. This is going to be awesome. Green flag in the air, and I tell you, like you said, with it starting in third gear, it just seems like that car will not go as it creeps. Is right there. Brian Johnson got a heck of a run. They stacked up behind him. He's going to try to dive on the inside.
The 28 got a great run, but the caution's out, and this one's going to be over.
Yes, it is. Caution's out. And you ask why the cautions came out. If they did not cross the line in time, if they would have crossed the line and got the white flag, then it would have been done. But the caution came out, and guess what? That ended this one, so we got white flag here. On the last lap, iRacing wouldn't throw a caution. But the 99 got in the back of the 16. Let's go back and watch the replay there. I saw him bumping right in the rear. He held on to it. I don't know what the caution was for. Oh, I see now. There's a car in the back. But right here, we're watching on replay right fast, John. 99, boy, a good driving job. Got in the back end of Robert Moyer right there at 16 on that run. But let me...
Yeah, the caution was for the 80 and the 2. The 2 got a run on the 95 who had a ton of damage. And the 2 took it inside. The 80 then made it 3 wide on the inside there, and that just wasn't going to work.
Okay. Well, we're going to watch the replay here because they're out here pacing around here for the last lap. So let's watch what's going on right here. You see the 80 goes in the 2. They're 3 wide. You're right. Man, he punched the inside wall, and it just threw that car. And boy, he went for a ride on the wall, tumbling down the front stretch. Hard lick for him right there that brought the caution out. So we were talking earlier, self-cleaning track, not so much here tonight as these guys, man, they definitely are not. So there's your winner, folks, tonight here under caution. Zach Hall survives, I'm going to say, and a destructive, awesome race here at Bristol Motor Speedway. We were watching some of the last final laps right there, but tonight's winner, Zach Hall, pulls it off in the 32 machine. bringing it across the line there. We run the caution, so I was showing the replays of what brought the caution out and some of the excitement there going to the last lap. And Brian Johnson, the man in second. Mark Whitley in third. Is that what you're seeing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mark Whitley in third. What a race. I mean, I know there was some caution field stuff there, but man, it was some exciting drama. These guys definitely, and old Zach Hall just blew that thing sky high.
Well, that's a good time to do it.
You ain't lying. So let's see if we can't get what we need. Mark Whitley.
Yeah, Mark Whitley, Brian Johnson.
All right, we got Mark Whitley in the, what you call it? All right, everybody up here, and I tell you what, I'm going to bring on up here Mark Whitley up here, and John, I'll let you have at it.
Mark Whitley, is John Wimbish in the booth of Joe White. You got a copy?
I do, in fact.
Oh, Mark, it was a very interesting night, interesting race here. Tell us a little bit about it and how the car was handling out there.
Yeah, well, that first room we had, the one we had to leave, but I started up front, stayed up there mostly, and then that fateful restart we had, my teammate, he was like, yeah, I got fresh tires. I'll start in second, and he spun the tires I got in the back of him. Me and him were sitting there waiting for the next room. I was apologizing because I didn't mean to get into him, but yeah, it's a racing deal. Then the toward the end of the race, when we got to the second room, I got involved in a couple mix-ins that I really didn't want to. Had to use a fast repair sooner than I meant to. But eventually worked my way back up there. That last caution came out, this next to last caution came out, and I was sitting there like trying to figure out how many people was going to pit, who should stay out. I knew we were only going to have a couple laps at most. I saw a couple come in. I was like, stay out. Maybe I can get up there top three. And then on the restart, my guy on the outside of me, I think it was a 57, he didn't get a good jump, so I was able to jump up, have more room in turn one. And I think I might have had something for the leaders if we were able to get back around, but just caution came out. But congrats to them. It was a tough race. Car was pretty good, actually. A little tight in the middle sometimes, but it was pretty good all around.
Yeah, the caution was your friend, trust me. You didn't want to have to get back around there because the track was going to be completely blocked up there. So getting out of here with third is a great job, good points night for you. So you got anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, really, Robert for putting on the show, and even with the technical difficulties, being able to put up another room. My parents supporting me, my girlfriend putting up with this, my teammates for, their support, and especially last night was a little rough on the race we had, but everybody around the league, they're just a really good league to race with.
Yeah, 10th man. It was good to see it. We got some new guys in here too. People starting to take notice of what you guys are doing here, and always putting on a good show. So congratulations on third place.
Thank you. Yeah, I had to try to put on a show after that dirt win, so I had to do something to get an interview.
Yeah, you bet.
Robert hates this track. He used to making it a fish pond, but I told him just cover it with dirt and we can run a dirt race.
That'd be fine with me too. All right, buddy. Take it easy. We'll see you in the next one.
All right. See you later, guys.
All right. Well, I tell you what, man, that's awesome right there. Let's bring up old Brian Johnson here tonight. Second place man here tonight at Bristol Middle Speedway.
Hey, Brian Johnson. It's John Wimbish in the booth with Joe White. You get a copy?
Big 10-4, John.
Well, bud, y'all had an interesting race here, man. A lot of close racing, hard racing, a lot of action here. So tell us a little bit about your race and what was the car feeling like? I turned some laps here earlier just to see, and it seemed like it was extremely tight.
Yeah, tonight was very interesting. But yeah, the car, it was all right for about the first 10 laps, and then afterwards it just wanted to plow, head straight to the wall. So it really all night long I was experimenting with different lines, trying to come up with some sort of time to make up on Zach. But then with about 7 to go, I realized I didn't have much for him. And really, me and him were teammates, and our strategy was to just stay at the front. It was going to be kind of like Daytona or Talladega. You get at the back, the chances of you getting bumped and getting some dents goes up a lot. And that's what we did on the last restart there, was we knew some of the guys at the back were going to get some track position by not pitting. So that worked out really well for us.
Yeah, staying out, obviously, in my opinion, was the right call there. So we were talking about that up here. But another good run for you, man. A good point tonight. You got anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I just got to thank Robert for putting the show on. I got to thank my teammates, Zach, Chris, and Robert, for just being really good teammates, really good friends. They're awesome bunch to race with, and I thank you guys for putting the race out on the internet for everybody to see and everybody that showed up to watch this thing.
Yeah, it was a good show, man. A lot of hard racing out there. Caution field, but that's Bristol. But another good race by you guys. Congratulations on second. We'll see you in the next one.
All right, thank you, John.
All right, Joe, we'll throw it up to you, bud, because we know where you're going.
All right, well, yeah, we're going to head down here to Victory Lane, John, as we're confetti's flying, and these guys are excited, and they're looking over the car going, hey, it doesn't matter, he blew it up at the end. It's the way it is. It's Bristol, and tonight there's all relief down here as it's over with, but it's the winner tonight here, Zach Hall. Zach Hall's Joe White the booth. Got a copy?
Before I do, Joe.
Well, I tell you what, Zach, man, you held on in a dogfight of an arena here tonight, the last Coliseum. They call it the last great Coliseum for the RacinFreeks Sim Racing League. Winner here at Bristol Motor Speedway, yourself, Sir Zach Hall, here tonight, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience. And I tell you what, man, out there, it was just electric from the start. From the middle to the end, it was non-stop action. You blew that thing up on the burnout. You pit crews going, hey, no harm, no foul. We don't care. We'll put another bullet in and send you out next week. How you feel after this one?
Man, this one feels so awesome. This is, if not my best track on the circuit, then probably one of the best, because it's just one of the tracks I've loved coming here. I love racing. You got choices. You can move around. It's just a blast, and like, I hate cautions, of course. Like, that was kind of brutal sometimes getting through those, but I just didn't want to give up my track position tonight, and it just feels great. We've been having a long day today, racing into 24 hours of Nürburgring, and man, this is a great way to end the night. At least I still got to race at 5 o'clock this morning, but great way to start tonight, I guess I could say.
Well, I'll tell you what, you go from turning a bunch of corners, riding around a big track, coming here into a fight, man, for every corner that you're in. So definitely is. You got anybody out there you want to thank for this win tonight?
Oh, yeah. First off, I want to thank the admins, Robert, Bobby, and Cedric. They're great guys. We do whatever wonderful jobs. Like, sorry for everybody out there about the problem that happened earlier with the pace car and the glitch. That kind of sucked. We lost 50 laps, but we got back onto it and got the race started. And I want to also thank my teammates, Brian, Chris, he's back tonight. That was awesome. And Robert. And also my teammates at the Nürburgring right now at 24 hours. A big shout out to Cedric Hunter. He was the admin in this league. And he chose to give up his seat tonight here because he knew how much I love Bristol to run during the league right now. So he's running right now. A big shout out to him. And also Nick Crawford in the league. He's one of our teammates. And Benjamin Nelson. And I want to thank you guys most of all too, because y'all do a fabulous job. And thanks. Thank you very much.
Well, man, I tell you what, Zach, man, it's awesome here. You guys, man, and we were telling them out here in the chat that a lot of guys watching this race, I said, don't use this as a bearing of what this league is about. It's just Bristol, and I don't care who you put out here, the pros, the real guys, anybody. You're just going to see this track is very tough, and it's just one of these hard, tough to tame. I know Darlington's one of those tracks that's got that name, but Bristol should have that name, because it definitely is, and you guys put on a show week in and week out. Again, congratulations on winning tonight. Bristol Motor Speedway here at the RacinFreeks Sim Racing League, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience.
Thank you very much. Woo!
Well, John, right there's one happy kid, one happy camper here, right there with his crew celebrating nonetheless, because he knows he got out of this one survived and alive here tonight. So let's get a rundown race results here. Tonight's winner, Zach Hall, putting it in victory lane. Brian Johnson right there in second. Mark Whitley in third. Robert A. Moyer, he gets a good finish in fourth. Jeff Gilmore right there in the fifth. Nick Crawford in sixth. John LeBombard in seventh. Tyler Conroy in eighth. Neil Odegaard in ninth. And Hilton T. Young rounds out the top 10.
And Bob Skinner in 11th, Tom Dryling in 12th, Edward Burrell 13th, Eugene Wilkinson 14th, Brandon Mullen 15th, Cameron Bonner 16th, James Hackworth Jr. 17th, Christopher Matthews 18th, Derek Paulson 19th, John Mustaine Jr. comes home in 20th.
And then Billy Tongrate rounds out the top 21 there, folks. So what a race. That's all I got to say. And John, what we saw here was what we thought we was going to see. It's Bristol. Everything that, if anything could happen, it happened here. I mean, heck, we even had some things that we didn't think would happen, and that's the pace car out there throwing its own caution and basically red flagging the race for us there for a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little interesting night there, but these guys did a great job, as they usually do there. So, good hard racing at Bristol. That's what you expect when you come here. So, just a good run by them, and I'm very happy to see that they're getting some new drivers in here. People starting to take notice of the great job that they do, and it's always a pleasure to come in here and watch these guys race, and looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. With that said, guys, look, this is Bristol, and Bristol brings out the best, the worst, the great, everything, any other words you probably could think of out in any driver, any league, anybody out there. It's definitely no indication of what these guys or how they drive or anything, because they're all tremendous drivers here, and it's a tremendous league. And I'll tell you what, wait till Monday, but tomorrow night, before we get to there, tomorrow night, like John said, watch him. I'm gonna be up in the booth, OSR Network. Should be there, hopefully, with as long as he's feeling okay. Ryan W. Daniels. If not, hey, I'll grab somebody, man, and we'll throw them up in the booth with me. But we got Michigan tomorrow night, ARCA series there with the Monday Night Thunder gang. John's gonna be in the car. So, with that said, John, I'm gonna head out of here. We're going to head to Michigan, and then on Monday we back here at Bristol again. So until then, folks, everyone, I appreciate y'all all tuning in. See you tomorrow night.
Have you ever wanted to drive a real race car on a famous NASCAR track? The staff at Stock Car Racing Experience will suit you up, teach you what you need to know, and put you behind the wheel of a 160-mile-per-hour stock car on NASCAR's famous Pocono Raceway.
That was great. I enjoyed it. Unbelievable.
It's that unique, one-of-a-kind experience you'll never forget.
It was definitely worth it. The second time I did it, and I'm still shaking.
Call or register online at 877stockcar.com for a heart-pounding, once-in-a-lifetime experience. You won't forget it.